My nail packages finally came in because I didn't buy them all together. It kind of came in separately, therefore there's so many boxes. Let's quickly get this haul going so we can do the fun part. First thing I have is not even a requirement. It's a book cover. Basically a mini binder. Did I need this? No, but did I want it? Yes. Is that a valid reason? Maybe. Do I regret it? No. Next. Ooh, it's multiple items. Oh my god. Oh my god. In Shein, I got a bunch of charms. I don't even remember what this is. What is this? I got a glass plate to mix on. I got quite a few charms because I was addicted during that time. Butterfly. A few stars. Pearls, seashells, summer vibes, and different types of bows. Yeah. It's also like 10:30. My sleep schedule is 11. I'm hurrying this up so I can sleep. I got work tomorrow, that's why. So these are the sheets and stickies for my nail book. Ooh, it smells intoxicated, y'all. It's a perfect fit. Yay, got sheets now. I don't know why, but this whole package for this box make it make sense. Got myself, ooh, it's kind of backwards, rhinestone glue. It's for gluing, of course, and also like 3D arts. Gel nail polish. I literally don't remember getting this. These are the brushes. I got Beetle 6 color gel. It's a Glammatic. What is this? Okay, nail glue. This is the remover. Cat eye polish from Gal. Gowie? Oh wait, I got 2. Eh? Did I got 2 cat eyes? This is Melody Susie. I don't know if this is the pure white or the light white. And your girl got some chrome. I'm excited to try it out. Oh, it came with a brush. I don't even know that. Ah, okay, so this is the display stand. Cool, for my press-ons. So this is how I'm gonna make press-ons on. Yeah. This is the blooming gel. I was researching a little bit, and apparently you don't really need to buy a blooming gel. You can use, I think, any like clear gel and just put another gel on it and it'll just bloom, but I don't know. Oh, and this is the top gel. We need that. Yeah, that was something everyone needs. Yeah, got Gel-X. Your girl want good quality. Sculpted Stiletto Medium. That's the one I got. Oh, this is basically the haul. It looks a lot from what I thought there was. Here is my setup, and this is today inspo. This is the green light I stole from my aunt, and let's get started. So here I am doing my first nail, and I'm doing only half a set because I have a suspicion that a full set will kill me. So here I am doing it at 7:44 p.m. and tell me why it took me so long to do one coat. This is me doing one coat times 10. Okay, and this is gonna be the last time you're ever gonna see me cure because I did not record me curing ever since. So that's my first coat, and then I add a second coat because it's kind of sheer. Now I'm adding my third layer. So that's the third layer cured. I'm adding a fourth coat. That took, and I literally did the math, 16 minutes to do the base. And it was sticky. It kind of worked. It still felt a little icky, but I was just gonna roll with it. And my idea was I wanted to do like a fade, but I didn't have the right tools. I found one of my art brushes and tried to blend it out. Tell me why it looked garbage. You know, I try to trust the process, therefore that's why I'm still going at it. But at this point, there was nothing that could see this. So your girl did the best option and wiped it off. Got me so stressed that I called it a night. So that idea failed, and I decided to do a different design. This time I'll do a French tip. You know, the typical beginner friendly design, I think. Got myself an art brush and I was testing like my line skills, and this is my first line. I don't know what the problem was, but maybe I'm just not used to the brush. But even then, my first attempt, it was actually pretty good. Like, look, it's not that bad, y'all. I'm surprised too. But you know, your girl's a little extra picky with it, and so I just kept going at it to a point that it started looking pointy and I didn't like it, so I just swiped it off, and that was probably the biggest mistake I ever did because after that, none of them look as good as my first. So here's my second or third attempt. I don't know which attempt this was. And apparently there was a technique, that's why you see those extra lines, and I tried that technique. it didn't work for me, so I was like, nah, let me just freehand this. Not gonna lie, at this point I was done with French tip, so this was as good as I was gonna get. I felt like it was missing a little oomph to it, so I was thinking just doing a little cat eye moment, but in my head, I thought this cat eye was gonna be like clear, like glass. Like all you will see is the shimmer. However, it made it a tad darker and it threw me off. And I didn't like how it looked. Like I tried playing with the magnet for a good 5 minutes and there was just nothing that can save it. So I just swiped the whole thing off. And this time I was like, okay, let me just do a 3D design. It wasn't that bad. I really liked it. I did do a lot of attempts, therefore you see me swiping away and continuing. Yeah, I use a lot of freaking rhinestone glue that day. And guys, please wear your gloves. I did not wear gloves. That could be bad for my skin in the long run, so don't be like me. And I put pearls and it looks good. And you know what? The thing I messed up is that after I put the top coat, like you can't even notice the 3D portion that much. So that was my fault. Try fixing it by putting the 3D gel on top of it, but couldn't make the other one symmetrical to it. So I kind of filed it down and just left it as it was originally. First nail, drumroll please. It took me 1 hour and 41 minutes. So I'm gonna start off on my second design at 8:10 because I took like a little dinner break. I did like a little flip method where I can gather all the gel to the center. I'm adding my second coat, and yes, I did cure in between. Now I'm adding my third coat. And of course, I did the alcohol swipe. And this time I wanted to do chrome. I was the most excited to do chrome design. So I got myself my trusty black ink. I was just making like a little outline because you don't really need to be perfect. But low-key, it was kind of thick. Therefore, I kind of swiped it off and tried to make it thinner this time. I like it. I think I was pretty quick this time too. So at this part, I cured it. From what I saw, you can cure it for 30 seconds and apply chrome directly with your finger. Therefore, that's what I'm doing here. And tell me why it didn't stick as how I thought it would. I just grabbed a lot accidentally. And by the time I swipe it off, tell me why everything was chrome. What? Let me just give it some slack and just wipe it off my alcohol wipe. And I tried again, this time grabbing a small amount and using the brush given, hoping that this will solve my problem. And you know what? It did something. It wasn't hard enough, so I just switched back to my finger. And you see how that chrome looks? That's how it's supposed to look, but the chrome was still not isolated. Maybe it was a sign for me to do a full chrome look. So your girl just went ham and I hated it. I then spent the next 10 minutes scratching away the black gel. This time I put a matte coat because I literally watched a tutorial to isolate chrome. Not gonna lie guys, at this point I was a little pissed. I went back to my black ink. I did cure for 30 seconds once again. And this time I used a silicone brush, which by far was the most effective when it comes to isolation for me. But for some reason, me rubbing it wasn't hard enough or deep enough. Kind of looked glittery in the end. But you know what? This was the best that I could do. I just want to put my gem on. I just want to be done with this. And that top coated, and your girl was calling it a night. I was not satisfied how this chrome turned out. So your girl just slept it off, okay? So it took me 1 hour and 8 minutes. And literally after that first nail of failing my faded look, I bought myself a freaking gradient brush. So today was the day I reattempt my first design, which was that faded look at the tip. Here it is with just 2 coats. And I did a quick swipe. I then made a sheer milky color by mixing my white and my top coat. And I started with applying a little at the tip and then brush it out. Not gonna lie, this brush made it look kind of sloppy. Like I could see the streaks of line. It wasn't like smooth as how I would imagine. So your girl wiped it, tried again. This time was a little better. Not gonna lie, I did better with that tiny brush than the gradient brush. Don't ask me why. And this was a tedious task. My first time using or trying gradient. And here I was satisfied with my gradient and I cured it and top coated. Now it was kind of looking a little plain, so I was thinking of doing another 3D design, just something simple this time. A couple of streaks on one side, making it look like a flower or something. Put a pearl. It was simple, it was cute. Finished at 12 a.m. I didn't have work, therefore that's why I stayed up. And that nail took me 1 hour and 31 minutes. Here I am doing my pinky. I saw this design on Pinterest and I thought it looked cute. As usual, I start off with 3 coats and then it's just line art all the way through. And I'm still not used to the brush, so it really took a long time for me to get the circle. And you know what? First attempt wasn't bad, but I wasn't satisfied with like how thick the middle part was. As I was about to remove the gel, I spilled my alcohol bottle. Not all of it, but a decent chunk. And this is the result. It was cute. I really like this one. I was very happy. And it did a little top coat. Eee, pretty. And I finished this at 1:30. Hear me out. It took me an hour and 25 minutes. And then the next day, Sunday, comes over. We're doing the freaking last nail. And I woke up early and was ready to finish this. Your girl had a plan. I wanted to do aura nails. Yeah, it's like a faded middle part, basically. I don't know why I did this technique. I could have just painted the whole thing white, but your girl wanted to be a little complicated. So I tried to make a gradient with the white slowly coming in. It didn't make a difference, y'all. And I cured that and I put blooming gel over it and put more of that milky white, hoping that helped with the aura effect. I don't know why I chose this route, but yeah, I'm not doing that again. So I cured that, apply another blooming coat on top, and this time add a small dose of that pink gel, and here is how it looks like after fading out. It wasn't enough, so I added another one and I tried to move it around a little bit, but that kind of made it a little messy. And at this point I was like, yeah, that one did not spread out how I liked it to be. So I wiped it again, applied the blooming gel, and this time add more. This is how it turned out. This is kind of basic, so I wanted to try another blooming gel technique, so I kind of went in a little circular motion. And you know what? This is actually beginner friendly because it turned out so good, guys. Like, I was very impressed and satisfied. Like, look at it. It was freaking gorgeous. However, when I was taking out of the curing light, it freaking popped off and it literally scratched off the gel. There's no way to save this. Therefore, your girl swiped it and I reapplied the white. That's as good as it gets. It was still kind of a little boring, so I added these little droplets. This is the one thing I am good at. So yeah, this is the full set. Finish around 12. So that last nail took me 1 hour and 13 minutes. And guys, the grand total of me finishing half a set is 6 hours and 58 minutes. That's insane. But you know what? It's my first time. I wasn't as impressed, but after showing it to my sister, she was like, damn, it looks pretty good. And my boyfriend said, I got talent. This man hyping me up for real. After putting it on my hand, it was actually stunning. I was too critical that I wasn't satisfied, but putting it all together, I couldn't even tell all of my mistakes. Like, girl, what? I did that? That's crazy. And yes, I walked around that mall that day with only half a nail. It was literally the best day of my life. I get why girlies are so obsessed with these, because oh my god, I could not stop looking at my nails. It gave me so much joy looking how pretty my hands is. Like, my hands itself is already pretty, okay? But with the nails, it just elevates everything. The look is elevated. My mood is elevated. Like, I get it now. Though I will say I could not do shit with these nails. I was not used to wearing press-on, let alone having my nails this long. Like, grabbing something, pulling something, any emotion, any pressure, I feel like my nail was about to rip off. I did have work the next day, therefore I had to take it off after wearing it only for a few hours, so that was kind of sad. Under the nails is kind of booty. There's some overhang gel. Your girl wasn't perfect and there were gaps within my press-ons and my natural nails, so it wasn't applied properly, you know? Here I am putting my nail glue remover, soaking my nails for a few seconds, and then trying to wiggle it a little bit. Let me tell you, it was not fucking budging. I smothered that shit with more nail glue, and your girl saw my future. My future was me having no nails because these were not going anywhere. So I switch out with my cuticle pusher, you know, the other ends. I literally repeat these 2 steps for a good 40 minutes. Like, I was estimating the total time I'll be done and I was already dead inside. So here I am moving on to the next one because your girl got no time to waste. And once again, it was fucking hard as hell. Applied a bunch of nail remover. I literally refilled that shit to the rim of the cap. And eventually it did pop off, and this time it was quicker. It was 17 minutes. Probably because I didn't apply that much glue, but this middle finger got me fucked up, y'all. Y'all would not believe how tight this was. And let me tell you, it's kind of my fault Because when I was applying the nail glue, I was more concerned that it's gonna pop off when I'm doing anything. So I kind of smothered it. So that's probably why it's so hard. But also the brand of the nail glue and the nail removers are different. So the compatibility could have just been hard. And you see here, after I took this nail off, the end of it was so soft because I applied so much nail remover that it literally made the gel-X flimsy. And another reason why it was so hard for me to remove it was because I only had these press-ons for a few hours. I would assume that the glue was meant for, you know, a couple weeks. So that's probably why it took harder than usual too. Here I am with the pinky, which was the easiest. Is 18 minutes quick? I don't know, but you know what? It was quick enough. Scowl was also another hassle because apparently I smothered this shit in glue. I was kind of losing it here at this point, y'all. This nail remover dries up quickly. It dissolves the glue for like a couple seconds and then it hardens if you don't reapply. And here I am in all my glory, finally all done. I think I kind of fucked up my nail bed. I soak my hand in warm water and some soap. I don't know if that actually works. And this is as good as it gets. Either there's some glue still stuck on because I see like some specks, or the coat of my nail bed just ripped off. That removal was a nightmare. And here is the damages of my nails. The goal was to preserve the press-ons as much as I can so I can rewear it in the future. However, in this scenario, I used so much nail glue and remover that it kind of fucked up the nail. So yeah, I won't be wearing these ever again, but I learned my lesson. Don't apply that much, just a thin coat, y'all. And the fun part, at least, I put in my nail book to make it look pretty. So here's my first ever set. It looks cute on my book. I can flex that this is my first nail set, y'all. So that's the end of the video. It was a journey. I hope you guys enjoy me yapping because a lot did happen, y'all. Thank you for coming with me on my nail journey. First ever set. Hopefully this will be my longest set. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day or night, and I'll see you guys later.